All right, hey guys, appreciate you checking out my YouTube channel. A lot of the stuff this week has been coming out of my book, Find a Way, What I Wish I'd Known When I Became a Head Football Coach. It's also online on the Head Coaching 101 on CoachTube, and there's a lot of these resources also available on my website if you'd like to get more in depth. And then there is my contact information as well. So today I want to talk to you guys about leadership. My father is a retired Air Force colonel, and so he taught me a lot about a lot of things in life, but one of the things he taught me about, and I think he kind of meant it as a joke, but it's really something that has stuck with me, is what he calls the 3 Ds of leadership. And so I want to walk through those with you guys really quickly on here, and then, like I said, there's more information in my book. Okay, first one, guys, is to decide. Make a decision. Okay, you're the leader. And so here's what we do where I'm from. I came up as an assistant coach, and I wanted to be heard because that's why I'm there. And as a head coach, I don't hire yes men. I hire guys because I value what they bring to the table, and I want to hear what they have to say, and I encourage them to disagree with me when we're in a meeting, because that's how we get better and challenge each other. Okay, and so I'm not telling you in this one, decide, don't listen to anybody else. Listen to everybody else. That's your job. Your job is to listen to every voice in the room, but eventually you've got to make the decision of what you think is best. And a lot of times, that's not been my original thought. Someone else over here had a great idea, and I don't care if they're the first-year coach out of college or the 40-year veteran. If that's going to help us be successful, I'm going to take that. But I'm making the decision, and now we're all going to go out together. So deciding on a plan of action is the hardest thing you can do as a head coach, because there's a lot of mistakes you can make along the way. You can listen to nobody, or you can listen to everybody and not understand how to funnel it all in there. So as a head coach, learning to make those hard decisions, that's why you're the leader. Okay, so that's the first thing. The second thing is to delegate. Okay, and what I do on this, on delegate, I don't mean delegate because you don't want to do it, which is what I thought it meant early in my career. Like, oh, I don't really want to do that, so you do that. Okay, that's not leadership. That's getting out of work. Okay, delegating is when you teach somebody the way you want something to be done, so you better them as they grow as a coach, and of course you better your program because you are enabling them to grow their skills. So if I'm delegating a job to somebody, usually 2 things are happening. 1, I'm admitting to that person, you're better at this than I am. Okay? And 2, I'm teaching them how this impacts the rest of our program, how we're all in this together. So as a coach, delegating is not just dumping work you don't want on random people. It's learning the skills of the people around you and learning how to highlight those within your system. Okay, within what you do. A lot of times we want to just delegate it and ignore it and it's going to get done. That's not how that works. I'm going to delegate this to you. I'm going to trust you to get it done, but here is how I would like it done. Let's work together and make sure it's done as well as possible. So that you're admitting that, hey, you're better at this than me, but I want it to fit within what we're doing. Okay, so that's delegating. That's not ignoring. It's not dumping. That's delegating. The third one, which is the hardest one for me, still is to depart and leave it alone. Okay, because here's the deal. If I delegate it to somebody and I've taught them what I want, let them do it, because that's what you brought them in there for. So I try to follow the 80-20 rule in a lot of things I do. But I look at something and go, could this person do this 80% as good as me? And if the answer is yes, my time is needed in about 900 different places. So let them do it and get out of the way and go be over here. If they're not quite to the 80%, that doesn't mean that I have to do it. It means I've got to bring them up to that spot. I got to bring them up to where they can be that effective before I just leave them. But once they've hit that, I got to let them do their job. That's what we brought them in for. So 3 Ds of leadership: decide on a plan of action, delegate it to the right people, but you got to know your people to do that, and then depart once they've reached the threshold where they can do it on their own, and let them do their job so that you can do something else productive for your program. Again, guys, this information is coming out of my book, Find a Way, What I Wish I Had Known When I Became a Head Football Coach, or you can get a lot more of it. I just dropped that first course on CoachTube. You guys, if money is an issue, you still want a book or a course, reach out to me and I'll get it to you, because I'm doing this to just try to help you, younger generation coming up. Appreciate your time.